So thank you, everyone. Welcome to the reception for Me2We 2020 in the great night of the upcoming spring right now. So first of all, we're going to announce a quick book recipients from the afternoon session. The book of Rogue Waves goes to the three recipients. Emily White from our European chapter. Thank you very much for the contribution, organizing our travelers from international destinations. We have 32 strong international travelers for this event. Thank you so much for all the efforts you've made. Emily, please come over and receive your book. And Marina from GSB and Jessica from GSB, thank you so much for working with the organization. So we have this fantastic event tonight. Thank you so much. Please come over and receive your books as well. All right, Emily, please come. And Marina and Jessica, please come over. Great. Thank you so much, Emily. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, great. All right, and without further ado, let's welcome John Levine, Philip H. Knight Professor, and also Dean of Stanford Graduate School of Business. Welcome, John.
All right, thank you, Matthew. You can step a little closer if you want. We don't have to have this buffer zone of 20 feet between me and the audience. Oh, well done, Steve. Well done. Right up there. That's right. Bring it on. Okay, so, well, first of all, welcome. It is so great to have you all here. I remember so well the day 2 years ago when we were supposed to have you here when the pandemic started, and then we had to move virtual. I think that was actually one of our first virtual events at the GSB during the pandemic was Me2We. And it was great. It was a good experience getting that virtual event, but it's even better to have you here in person. So welcome. So I want to start just by very quickly thanking a few people, the Me2We committee. So I'd like to thank Anna Novak, Douglas Leonardo, Elaine Cho, Emmanuel Santos Gaspar, and Matthew Chen. Thank you to the Me2We committee. Double thanks to Matt. We all did it. All right, great work, committee. This is so terrific to have you all here. So I just wanted to say, we're going to have a program and it looks like some awards. But before we turn to that, I just wanted to take a minute just to say a few things about the LEAD program and about how important it is to the school and how proud we are of the way the program has developed and of all of you. When we started the LEAD program, now 6, 7, 8 years ago, the development of it, there was the idea that over time we could create not just a great educational experience, but potentially a great community of leaders from all over the world. And using technology, we could do that in a way that would expand the reach of the school and our audience and the connections of the GSB in many ways that we had never contemplated before. And of course, at first everything starts slowly with the first cohort and the second cohort and third cohort. And some of you were in those early cohorts of LEAD participants. The trajectory of the program over the last, several years, and particularly during the pandemic when the program almost doubled in terms of participants, has been just beyond what anyone could have imagined. And even more than that, I think the experience that our faculty have had getting to meet all of you and interact with all of you has exceeded any of our expectations. When the program started, Peter Marzio, who was the original faculty director, had to go around and twist people's arms to get them to develop lead classes because people hadn't done that sort of thing before. Even when we expanded the curriculum and Sarah Sol and Peter had to go around, they had to, nudge people a little bit to do it. Now everybody wants to have a lead course. And that's an amazing transformation because it's really opened our eyes to possibility. And the last way that the program, I think, has just exceeded anyone's wild expectations, and I think something that distinguishes this program from any online program that I'm aware of anywhere in the world, is the way all of you have formed this community. I think anyone in the world who is running an educational program, a distance education or online education program, looks at this program and thinks, we wish we could have something like this. We wish we could have a community of amazing program participants, leaders from everywhere in the world, more than 85 countries, I think now, who have not only gotten to know the people in their cohorts, but come together across cohorts and get to know each other. And it is like spectacular. And it's just such an amazing foundation that all of you have helped us to build that has created just such it's just such an exciting set of possibilities for the school and such an exciting way for us to feel that Stanford is connected all over the world and has this population of leaders who are carrying the Stanford GSB torch and taking the things that you learned here and doing amazing things in your organizations and showing the GSB spirit everywhere in the world. So it's really great to have you back. It's especially nice when you come off the screen and here you are. And I only wish we could have delivered 75-degree weather and sun. Maybe tomorrow morning we'll break that out too. But in the meantime, anyway, cheers to everyone, all of you who are here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Stanford is a place that unites special women. And there is one of many special women that I would like to introduce. And this woman is a Senior Associate Dean of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and our co-director of the LEAD program, and teaches numbers of courses, very important courses. I think I don't need to say anything more, but I wanted to say that she's also taking care of the postmenopausal chickens. How wonderful it is. And cats. Welcome, Sarah Sol.
I didn't know Anna was going to use that one, but it is true. Thank you, Anna, and thank you, committee, for that generous introduction. And thank you, John, for all of your remarks, welcoming us all here. What an incredible week this has been so far. When I look out, what I think is, this is LEAD, this is incredible, and this is beautiful. And I'm so happy to be part of it and to be continuing to be part of it going forward. Now, none of this would be possible without the heroic efforts and agility of those who have worked so hard to put this together. The incomparable Me2We committee, our amazing LEAD staff, all of the faculty who have presented and all of the leaders who have presented, and have contributed to making this such a roaring success. So thank you, everybody, for all of the efforts to pull this off. Now, for me, as I reflect on this all, I think probably the most important and gratifying aspects of this Me2We is the way in which we came together to create this hybrid version of Me2We. You know, we teach innovation in the LEAD program, we teach innovation at the GSB, but I know I speak for all of us when I say how gratifying and exciting it is to watch innovation unfolding throughout this whole process of putting together Me2We. And we know that this wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. Of course, there were going to be bumps along the way. There always are when we're engaging in innovation. But the organizers and the staff were able to navigate these challenges, big and small, whether they were technical details about creating a truly hybrid event and streaming content to those who aren't here with us, to the ever-changing COVID-19 guidelines around travel and around on-campus events. This team did this with incredible grit and incredible grace. And it's really wonderful to see this come together as it has. I'll also add another aspect of this year's Me2We that is especially gratifying to me personally, is that the organizers and the staff put this together with what I like to call a diversity, equity, and inclusion lens. Now, what I mean by that is if you look, as you have been, at the slate of speakers and the topics, it's incredibly diverse. And this kind of curation doesn't happen without a lot of intention. This doesn't happen by accident. It only happens when organizers intentionally focus what I call their DEI lens. And the team thought carefully about how to make this hybrid event as inclusive as possible for those who aren't able to be with us here. So I just want to call out that they've been so intentional about ensuring this broad access as well as the diversity of topics. It's so clear to me that this LEAD community is practicing the kinds of things that the GSB stands for, that the GSB teaches and preaches. And I'm so grateful to see this. So this Me2We has also shown me again that what we've created with LEAD is so much more than just a bunch of great courses and a bunch of great content. It's so much more than this. And Dean Levin made reference to this. We have created a community of practice. What I mean by that is that in addition to all of the courses and the content, we've created this diverse group of learners, of leaders, of people who are keen to share what they know and what they're learning, and to share their own expertise and experience to make this entire LEAD community even stronger. It's almost like everybody who is part of LEAD, whether you're a participant, an alum, or one of the staff or faculty teaching in LEAD, we have basically our own personal board of advisors in this community, people we can turn to whenever we hit stumbling blocks, or when we want to celebrate our successes. So we could not have predicted that this would happen. As Dean Levin said, there was, there were many faculty members at least who were probably skeptical that this could happen, but it's so incredibly satisfying and gratifying to see what we've built here. So I'm going to conclude with just two more final sentiments about LEAD and about Me2We. First, as we reflect on the past 2 years and the pandemic, it's difficult to find many silver linings. We've all felt pain, suffering, loss. We've all been grieving in various kinds of ways. But one silver lining that I think is worth calling out and underscoring is that at least in the lives of the GSB faculty and the GSB staff, the pandemic has solidified our commitment to this model of learning and commitment, and our deep gratitude to the LEAD community and our indebtedness to the LEAD community. We knew that we were building something special, but I think the pandemic has demonstrated this for us again and again and again. So I know that I speak for so many of us when I say that the LEAD community has given us sustaining energy in this very dark period. We've expanded our network, we've made new friends, we've made new business contacts, and we've supported one another, most importantly. And if nothing else, that's a silver lining of the pandemic, and we must remember that. Finally, I want to offer a toast to the committee, to the LEAD staff, to our faculty and our dean, to all of our course facilitators who are here with us, and finally, to our participants and their family and friends who support them. We together are LEAD, and this is beautiful.
Thank you, Sarah. I don't have any jokes about chickens, but I would like to introduce the next faculty member. He is a GSB professor and senior associate dean, overseeing executive education at the GSB. You might know him from the lead course, Strategic Leadership. So I'd like to introduce Jesper Sorensen.
Well, good evening. It's fantastic to be here. It's kind of weird to not have a mask on, to see so many people at the same time. But it really is amazing to see all of you and to see what a vibrant community this is. As was just mentioned, I recently took over the reins of being the senior associate dean responsible for executive education. I actually took it over from Sarah, and one of the things that I think we are most proud of is all of you and really the community that you have built. And I think you're really an example for what we should be doing in so many other parts of executive education as well. So thank you for leading by example in this case, and then we have to turn it into leading by design. Okay, that was an exam, and we're going to have to do a repeat of some of the content just so they get it. So, so as you all know, every quarter you nominate your peers as for the Intellectual Contribution Award. And I think this is really one of the many great features of LEAD in the design of LEAD is the idea of having an award that is called the Intellectual Contribution Award. In fact, I have a secret agenda, which don't tell all the MBA students who are around here, to introduce that into the MBA program as well. But I think it's really important given who we are as a school, because we're really a school that, you know, not only tries to think about the soft side of leadership and the kind of the art of leadership, but also think about the science. And I think part of what we really bring to the things that we teach around leadership is this really idea of the importance of being able to step back and really think critically about the challenges that you face. And so I think the Intellectual Contribution Award is a really important one for capturing that spirit. And so the winners of these are obviously the people who have really had a profound influence on the learning experience of their peers. I think you can all reflect back on your peers who have really shaped you in this way. And we're here today to really celebrate the top contributors in the two most recent graduating cohorts, okay? So these are the people who really repeatedly showed their ability to deliver on these dimensions. And the way we celebrate that is we award them with what we call the LEAD Impact Award. And really that, again, I think is a nice name for the award because it really captures what we think is so important, which is that all of you go out there and have impact. And so the LEAD Impact Award is really to celebrate the intellectual contributions of these individuals and their outstanding citizenship in the LEAD community. The winners will receive a framed award, sorry. I have bad handwriting. So just keep rolling, they're telling me. Okay, so a framed award. And I'm going to throw this in just for quicks, a complimentary additional LEAD elective course, which has a financial value. So now it says something about the winners of these awards that they would probably think about that as more than the money it is worth, right? Because they are committed to the intellectual content of this program. So I'm happy to announce, so we have two winners, one for the Navigator cohort and one for the Voyager cohort. I believe the winner for the Voyager cohort is here today, but we'll start with the Navigator cohort. The winner is Eve Flemings. And then for the Voyager cohort, I just saw him about 5 minutes ago, Kevin Weinstein. Kevin, do you want to come up? Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You're supposed to hold it up like this, like a, there we go. So, thank you, Kevin. So thank you, everybody. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. We're going to continue a few more events here, but it's really great to see all of you here, and I hope you will all keep in touch.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm just here to introduce Audrey Winters, the Managing Director of the Online Entrepreneurial Experience. And if I can read right, oversaw the development of the LEAD program since its inception. Audrey, can you please join us?
Thank you. And hi. It's really wonderful to see you guys all on campus today. We've missed you. Looking back on the last couple of years, right, and trying to think, what did we learn, right, from this pandemic? I think the first thing we learned, right, is what we missed. I think we each have a new awareness of where physical presence with other people, where being physically together with other people really brings us value and meaning. And we've gotten really good at doing a lot of things online, right? I can do my job online. I can do my grocery shopping online. I can go to baby showers online. So I'm now at a place where we're all at a place now where we get to choose what we're going to do in person, where we're going to show up physically. And we get to make that choice with an awareness of what matters to us. And so you guys all found value and meaning in being here physically with us today. And I want to thank you for that. And I want to invite you to savor that, right? To savor this moment that you guys have chosen to create together today. I think also another thing we've learned during the pandemic that the world has really come to realize is that, we know now the value of being together, but we also know that we can create connections and relationships with each other even without being physically present, right? So like Dean Levin was saying, 7 years ago, a little more than that, we put LEAD together and nobody thought we could do real impactful learning online. And certainly nobody thought that we could create a community that was true and enduring with people from all over the world only knowing each other online. And if I think back, Dean Levin also mentioned the Me2We we had 2 years ago, that at the last minute we pivoted and did over Zoom. And he doesn't know this, but when he made his remarks at that Me2We, I actually teared up because he sat there and literally gushed about how well we had done all those things that people did not think that the LEAD program would be able to do, right? He commented on this community and called it a revelation. And he noted how this energy that you guys have here today was palpable. And it was palpable even when you were boxes on a Zoom screen, right, in a conference room. And then Dean Levin said that the LEAD community would be a model for the world of how to get the absolute most out of technologies to connect with each other when we weren't going to be able to be physically present. So tonight we're here physically together, right, celebrating the fact that we've been able to feel together online, right? We're celebrating a community that was created through an online program. And I want to savor that too. And I want to recognize the GSB staff, the LEAD program staff, but also the staff across the GSB who better come up here now so they can be recognized. Fernando, you get up here. Justina, you get up here. Don't be shy. Fernando, my goodness. not humble. There we go. These folks have been the ones, and many more who are not here today, who have helped you guys, supported you guys through the program, helped sustain and create this community. And so I hope that you guys all will have a chance to savor this moment together this evening. Thank you so much. And thank you. And before I finish, I want to, just as Sarah did, just especially recognize and celebrate all of you, right? The spirit that you generate, the community you've created, the positive impact you're gonna have on the world. You are LEAD. And my favorite way to celebrate and recognize that spirit and this community is with the now infamous LEAD cheer. So, no faces. So I know Ali and Marcus are going to come up here and they're going to grab some folks along with them. Yes. All right. If you have not done this before, it's really, really, really easy. All right. You're just going to follow our lead. Okay. You guys are going to come up here too. Okay.
Oh, no. We don't need Oh, with a microphone so you can hear us better. So we're going to do two turns. So one so that you see and understand for those who are new how that is working. And the second one, we're going to do it all together. So you all know the YMCA, you know, why? Good. So this is the lead version of it. So it's going to be N. So did you all get that very, very complicated thing? So we're going to try it. We're going to do it all. So we're going to do it all together. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, thank you very much.
Hello.
All right, thanks everyone. You know, I'm back here again to deliver an award. Oh, sorry. We had gifts before, so that's coming from me, and I'm back here again. So it's the award time. Now let's welcome Marina to give the John Henney Memorial Award.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll read it out.
Well, I'm going to say some stuff about you guys, and then you guys give out the award.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. All right. Hey, before we get to the award, I just want to say it's so amazing that we are at Me2We number 7, right? Number 7. Who was here? Who was here at Me2We number 1? I know there's a few people. I see Anne, Sarah, Dave, Peter, Hosni, of course. Mark was here. You know, back in 2016, when we had this event for the very first time, we were actually right here in this courtyard. We didn't have a podium back then. We did not have any fancy speeches. In fact, the dean of the school at the time stood up on that little pillar right behind you guys. And we all raised a glass with him to toast to something that we all felt was the start of something really special with the LEAD program. And now in 2022, so much of that original vision and the magical feeling of all of us being here together on campus after all the engagement we've had together online is still so present. But a lot has also changed, right? Look at our community. If you look around, our community has grown. Our connections with one another, they've multiplied, they're deepening. And we also live in a very different and dynamic world now than we did back in 2016. And this world brings with it a lot of ambiguity. it also brings with it a lot of possibility. And so what I'd like to do is to take a moment to acknowledge this year's Me2We committee for choosing to approach planning for Me2We from that perspective of possibility and with the spirit of innovation to bring us the first ever hybrid Me2We. So Anna, Elaine, Emmanuel, Matt, Douglas, who could not be here with us, but planned with us from Brazil all the way through. You know, all of you took the challenge of planning Me2We during a time when so much was constantly changing in the world with this perspective of possibility and that spirit of innovation to bring us the first ever hybrid Me2We with both virtual and in-person components so that we could really extend this experience to a larger subset of the LEAD community than those that could make it to campus every year. And I won't get into the details of what it takes for the committee to put together an event of this scale, complexity, and caliber. I think we can all imagine what that takes. But it goes without saying that it would not have been possible without their dedication, their perseverance, their commitment, and their passion over the last few months. So on behalf of my colleague Jessica Lum and myself, who have been working with this wonderful committee for the past few months, it's truly been a very rewarding experience to collaborate with you, to support you in bringing your vision to life here. And it would not have been possible without all of your effort. So what I'd like to do is to invite all of you to raise a glass for this to thank this incredible committee. And I know that we're here from all over the world. We're all from different cultures. We all speak different languages. And so on the count of three, I would love to ask everybody to thank the committee in the language of your choice. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Cheers, committee. Cheers. And I'd also like to invite the committee up here to present a very special award within our community, the John Henae Memorial Award. John Henae was a leader who passed a few years ago. During his time in LEAD and after his time in LEAD, he dedicated so much time to mentoring leaders, to giving back to the community. And when we lost him from our community, the Me2We committee that year came together to create this community nominated award in celebration of John's memory. So I'd like to invite the committee here to share who the winner of that very special award will be tonight.
All right, thank you, Marina. That was a happy surprise. And I will continue with the John Henae Memorial Award nomination. He or she is one of us. He's just like one of us here at this venue here today. They might have been to the photo booth just now for taking professional portrait. They might be here toasting with us as well. So I'm actually gonna call out the name right now. If we can all listen and count down to 3. 1, 2, 3. The name is Purnima Gopi. Congrats, Purnima. Thank you for winning the John Henae Award of 2022. Congrats, congrats. Congrats, Purnima. All right. Great, thank you, Purnima, and thanks for the LEAD community. So I promise this is the last time I come back to the podium to talk about that, but we do have one more distinguished faculty to come back again, and that's Faculty Director Peter Marzio. Welcome, Peter.
Thank you so much. Thanks to the committee. Thanks, of course, to all the staff, and thanks to everyone who's here, both in person and virtually. This is such a wonderful event for all of us. There's been many speeches already. You've heard from me already several times this week. So I thought the only thing left was to pull up a spreadsheet. No. Anyway, actually, I'll keep it brief. There's three things I really want to say. And, when we started LEAD and we sat down to think about it, there were some core principles that we had in mind. One, of course, was academic rigor. Another was the connection to practice, to really making it applicable in your lives as managers. The third was virtual learning, to learn how to do it ourselves and to make it an important component of what we were doing. But the fourth was really to build a global community. And that's the one that I had no clue how we were going to actually pull off. And you have provided the answer to that. So thank you. It's been fantastic, and I really appreciate it. And of the many stories of LEAD, I think the one that always touches me the most and that I hear when I'm at Me2We in another context is so many of you who have told me that your dream was to have a connection with Stanford, and it was LEAD that allowed it to be a reality. And so that means a lot to all of us. And so thank you for that. And then finally, the last thing I want to say is you have no idea how energizing this event is for all of us. It really gives us the power and inspiration to go on in the next year and think of more things for you to do and create more of LEAD. So thank you. We are super energized by this event and by all of the inspiration that you bring to us and all the energy that you put into it. Well, I have the honor of presenting several additional awards, and so that's always fun. And the first one that I want to introduce is the Most Lively Award. So what is the Most Lively Award? Well, these are the leaders who in their LEAD careers have attended the most live sessions during their LEAD journey. Yes, we do keep track. We do keep track. So if either of you are here, please come up. But from the Navigator cohort, the Most Lively Award goes to Ellen Goodman. So congratulations, Ellen. And from the Voyager cohort, the award goes to Umesh Tibrewal. So congratulations and wonderful job. And thank you. Yep. Excellent. Excellent. Umesh, you want to say a word while you're up here?
Well, leaders, I think it's special to do the LEAD course. And I think if you're really inspired by the course, then you look forward to every live session because there's so much of life in it and it brings life into you. Yes. So that's why these live sessions are very energizing. And I would encourage here while I'm here, how do we have more live sessions?
Excellent. Thank you, Umesh. Okay, the next thing I want to celebrate is all of our recent graduates. We have many here, navigators, voyagers, but also others who have graduated in the past year. So if you are in that category, if you graduated in the past year, come up front. We've got the video on you. Say hi to your loved ones out there. So come up if you've graduated and completed your certificate. If you've got significant others with you, bring them up too. Yes. And if you're out there online, stand up too. And let's give a big cheer for everyone and all of those who supported them in their LEAD journey. So congratulations. Awesome. Hooray! 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 Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much. And one more award to talk about, and especially for those of you who've just finished LEAD, let me tell you, there is more. There is another step you can take, and that is to become a LEAD Distinguished Scholar. So what is a LEAD Distinguished Scholar? These are the folks who've continued on beyond the certificate, who've been engaged in that spirit of lifelong learning. And these are individuals who have taken 4 or more additional LEAD courses. And we have a record number of new awardees this year. We have 31 LEAD Distinguished Scholars, okay? So I'm gonna read the names. If you hear your name and you are one, please come up, and we have awards that Marina's holding that you will receive for this LEAD Distinguished Scholar. So Abdullah Al-Qatani, Ayan Bandopadhyay, Io Delimarcus, Daniel Raddick, Daniel Campion, David Lessiton, David Sway, Elaine Cho, Eric Wildermuth, Gokal Parakande, Hakan Borglund, Helio Moskim, Houston Kwong, Jean Bozeman, Jorge Linares, Connie Nakamura, Cara Williams, Karthik Menkat, Kelly Bosut, Kohei Noda, Manuel Castillo, Michael Krohn, Michael Boda, Mikola Boroboyev, Omar Sudoti, Rachel Seriake Dixon, Ravi Pandey, Robert Bolo, Rodrigo Barros, Sangjin Lee, and Terrence Leong. So congratulations to all of those folks. Okay. Well, for the finale, let me invite Sarah, if she's still here, to come up and join me on stage. I don't know if she's still here. And awesome. Sarah, this has just been so special. And I want to thank you for your partnership in everything we've done together. And let's all say it should not have to be another 3 years till we're back on campus again.
100%. This is not
Okay.
100% agree, Peter. And I want to thank you too for your partnership.
Wow.
You know, we've been colleagues for many, many years, but working together on LEAD has been truly one of the best experiences that I've had here. And it's a large part because of this guy.
No,
So-
this is all fantastic. And again, you know, we have many people ask us, many other universities, by the way, come and say, how have you done this LEAD program? What's the secret ingredient? And the secret ingredient is, I'm looking at it. It's everybody out here. So thank you. Thank you for making it what it is. Enjoy the rest of the evening and enjoy the rest of your week here. And we'll see you also online, I'm sure.
Stay in touch. This is LEAD, and this is beautiful.
All right, awesome. Good job. No problem.